Alright, I hope everyone's having a wonderful day. Today, I just feel like going over and talking about my samurai deck. Another one of my many tribes decks. I'm a big fan of tribes decks, and I just like getting all the creatures of the same type to work together and function in a way that I think is fun and have fun doing it. This is a 60 card deck. It has 21 lands, 24 creatures, 15 instant sorceries, artifact enchantments, and whatnot. And one other thing you will notice is it has quite a colorful assortment of card sleeves. That is because they are the excess of my Dragon Shield packs. Because if you ever bought Dragon Shield packs, they come with 100. And I usually make 60 card decks, so I have 40 left over. So I just took 20 red, 20 white, and 20 green and just threw them together for now to protect my samurai deck. I would like to get single color Dragon Shield sleeves or KMT Hypermats or whatever for them, and I'm sure I will down the road, but for now this works perfectly fine for me. Alright, let's get started and see what my deck is made of. Like I said, it's 21 lands. Let's go ahead and see how many there are and what ratios. 1, 2, 3. I already dropped one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 planes, but one of them is a non-basic. It is Iganjo's Castle. Very beautiful picture. It looks like it's high up in the clouds. Very well protected. Got a huge stairway. You'd be noticed going up those stairs for sure. Probably well guarded as well. It is a legendary land. It has tap, add plains to your mana pool or white, so it's not just generic. And it has white tap, prevent the next 2 damage that would be dealt to target legendary creature this turn. So if you're blocking with a legendary creature, pay 1 and tap, stop 2 of the damage. Or if someone threw a lightning bolt at one of your legendary creatures, pay 2 and tap and stop 2 of the damage. Could be kind of handy and be very useful. Very, very, very cool. The next I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 basic mountains. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, a playset of Windscarred Crags. These are just like multi-lands. Windscarred Crag enters the battlefield tapped. And when it enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. So you would also gain some life from it. And it gives you red or white to your mana pool. So very cool. And next, onto the creatures. Let me just grab them. And this does have 24 creatures. I will be going over them. The first creature I have is a Bushido Tenderfoot. He's just a Tenderfoot. This is him, and this is a flip card. Very interesting. I always thought flip cards were cool. It is a 1 cost for a 1/1. And when a creature dealt damage by Bushido Tenderfoot this turn is put into the graveyard, flip Bushido Tenderfoot. And if you manage to kill a creature and help put him in the graveyard, he becomes Kenzo the Hard-Hearted, which is a legendary creature human samurai. That's a 3/4 with double strike and Bushido 2. Bushido, I hope I'm saying that correctly, is pretty much the main abilities that all samurai have, and it is when this creature blocks or becomes blocked, it gets plus X wherever the number is, or for this one plus 2 until end of turn. So if it becomes blocked or blocks, it becomes 5/6. So it just makes them not want to attack because you can block it and gain some strength, or it makes them not want to block because when they block they gain some strength. Very cool. I love that. Love Bushido, the effect. And honestly, where is it? Kamigawa, one of my favorite sets. I can't wait for them to go back there. I hope it's soon. Honestly, lovely. Just beautiful. The next card I have, or cards, I have 2. Devoted Retainer. Looks just like a warrior with a huge stick and a huge blade on it. Must be quite strong to hold it there. Interesting. Looks like he's ready for action. He is a 1 white creature human. It's just a 1/1 creature with Bushido 1. So if he's blocked or becomes blocked, he becomes a 2/2. Very cool. Great for a 1-drop. Get him first turn. Very awesome. Awesome. The next card I got is a Hand of Honor. Love his blue armor. I'm a fan of blue. And his hair, the horse's hair, looks interesting. Looks like it's done up in like 4 sections. It also got a beautiful mask, and I like his headpiece. And he's waving his flag. Very interesting. Very cool. Love the art. It is 2 white. Creature human samurai. It has protection from black, which is awesome. Can't use a murder card to kill this. Boom. Awesome. It's a 2/2 with Bushido 1, so if it's blocked or becomes blocked, it becomes a 3/3. Very cool, very cool. The next card I got is a Battle Mad Ronin. He's got the angry and crazed look in his eyes. Look at that huge pole sword he's got, and he's also got 3 sheaths, which he must have other swords in. Wouldn't want to run into him. He looks like he means all business. 1 and a red, creature human samurai with Bushido 2. And it's a 1/1 creature, so if he's blocked or becomes blocked, he becomes a 3/3. But Battle Mad Ronin attacks each turn to Fable. He's got the rage in his eyes and doesn't know how to not attack. Boom. So I have 1 of those. The next cards I have 2 Kanda's Hatamoto. He looks like a veteran warrior. He looks like he's got some scars on his face and nose, or those might just be wrinkles from age. But he looks like you wouldn't want to mess with him. He's kind of giving off a mean look, protecting maybe whatever's in that building. He has a 1 and a white for a 1/2 creature, a human samurai with Bushido 1. So if he's blocked or becomes blocked, he becomes a 2/3. And this is pretty cool. As long as you control a legendary samurai, Kando's Hatamoto gets +1/+2 and has vigilance. Attacking doesn't cause this creature to tap. I always love vigilance because you can attack with it. He stays untapped. That means you can block with it just the same. So in this deck, there's quite a few legendary samurais I have. So it's really, most of the time I get him out, he does get the +1/+2 and becomes a 2/4 with Bushido 1. And it becomes a 3/5 if it becomes blocked or becomes blocked. Very cool. Love this card. The next ones I have 2 Arban Moth Riders. Just to ride in a moth, the big old fluffy moth. Looks like he's ready to swing at something. I'm not sure what. It is a 1 and a white human samurai with flying. Gotta have a few flowers in here to protect the skies. And it has Bushido 1. It's a 1/1, so if it's blocked or becomes blocked, it is a 2/2 creature with flying. Very cool. And awesome. That's a huge moth. Don't let it near your sweaters or it might eat them. The next cards I have 2 Kitsume Blade Masters. He has a very interesting face armor on, like the sword pointing right at you. He means total business. And I like the other little sword in the background. Looks like it has a catcher. And there's a little sparkle of glimmer shining off of it. It is a 2 and a white creature fox samurai. Interesting, probably explains the ears, but his snout looks like it is quite short unless his face is angled down quite a bit. And it has Bushido 1 with first strike, it's a 2/2. So if he's blocked or becomes blocked, it becomes a 3/3, and he's got first strike to get in the damage first. Gotta love first strike. I got 2 of these. The next card I got is a Moth Rider Samurai, another one who's fond of riding moths. I mean, if there was a giant moth that you could ride, I'd probably give it a test ride. Why not? Looks like he's just relaxing, chilling over the land, making sure everything's looking good. It is a 3 and a white human samurai with flying and Bushido 1, and it's a 2/2. So if it's blocked or becomes blocked, it's a 3/3 flyer. Very cool. Love the moths. The next card I got is a Fumiko the Lowblood. Looks like a woman samurai warrior with black lipstick. She means business. She's also got a scar along her eye. Very lucky she even has that eye left. And very vibrant reds and good reflection off the armor. Very cool artwork. It is a 2 and 2 red legendary creature human samurai with 3/2. And it has Fumiko the Lowblood has Bushido X, where X is the number of attacking creatures. When this creature blocks or becomes blocked, it gets +X until end of turn. So whenever you attack with your creatures, it gets that Bushido. So if you attack with 2 creatures, it would be Bushido 2, and if it becomes blocked, it would become a 5/4. And this is a good part right here. It says creatures your opponent control attack each turn if able. So if you're going up like against a token deck or like something and they just have like a mass amount of creatures out, like 20 zombies or something, he would this creature would get Bushido 20 and become like a 23 22. Very cool, very cool. Lovely card. I have one of those. The next card I got, I have two of these, is Nago Bound by Honor. A very honorable samurai. A 3 and a white. Looks like he's got a bunch of tassels flying in the wind. Almost like sticks on his back, and he's putting his sword away like he just finished a battle with a very calm look on his face. Or that's a mask, actually. Very creature. Legendary creature human samurai with Bushido 1, and it's a 3/3. So if he's blocked or becomes blocked, he becomes a 4/4. And whenever Nagano Bound by Honor attacks samurai control, get +1/+1 until end of turn. And that even counts for him. So if you attack, he becomes a 4/4 right away. And if they block, he becomes a 5/5. And that's very cool. Gotta love that. Yep, and it gives it to all your samurai. God, I love that. Very cool, very good card. The next card I got is Lizuka the Ruthless. It looks like he's a veteran samurai. It looks like he draw his sword, and looks like he's telling somebody, just don't bother me, I just want to pass along. 3 and 2 red, legendary creature human samurai with Bushido 2, and it's a 3/3. So if he's blocked or becomes blocked, he becomes a 5/5. And it has 2 in a red, sacrifice a samurai. Samurai you control gain double strike until end of turn. That is quite a good ability, and yeah, love to get double strike, because double strike also deals first strike damage and then regular combat damage. Very cool. And that gives it to all your samurai, so that could honestly be a game finisher, or honestly just kill pretty much all of their creatures or kill some creatures. Very cool. So I have one of those. The next card I have is a Ronin Cliff Rider. Looks like he's riding some sort of oxen or buffalo, some cool looking horns, some tassels. He's all done up, and he even has some horns on him to know that they're buddies. Interesting. Looks like a kukri or something on a big stick. It is a 3 and 2 red creature human samurai with Bushido 1. When this becomes blocked or blocks, it gets +1/+1 till end of turn, so it'll become a 3/3. And here's the good part. Whenever Ronin Cliff Rider attacks, you may have it deal 1 damage to each creature defending player controls. And I have one of these, so whenever he attacks, he can do damage to each creature, hopefully helping you finish them off. Or if they're like having a bunch of 1/1 goblins or Eldrazi's out, you just get to attack and clear the whole board. Very cool. Might put in another one. Still thinking about it. The next card I got is a Ronin Cave Keeper. It is a 5 red. He looks quite sad and lonely. If only someone would join him in his cave. Looks like he's got some rice over there, some masks on the wall, and he looks like he's just leaning on a rock, thinking about life. He's a creature samurai, human samurai with Bushido 2. It's a 4/3. He's just a big creature, and if he's blocked or becomes blocked, he becomes a 6/5. Very cool, very cool. I'm sure one day you'll get a cave friend. Don't worry. The next cards I got are 2 of these. Samurai Enforcers, 4 and 2 white. They look quite professional. You can tell by like the headgear. This guy's probably the leader, and his sword looks very interesting and gilded. There's almost like rings in it, and these guys are his buddies. And it looks like the villagers are on the ground, and this one's like reaching up for help. Not really sure what's going on in this situation, if they're the good guys or the bad guys. Well, they're not like attacking them, so maybe they're trying to stand off some incoming people. And it's just a 4/4 creature with Bushido 2. So whenever this creature blocks or becomes blocked, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So it would become a 6/6. Very cool, big creature, big presence, makes him not want to attack, and makes him not want to block. The next card I got, or cards, I have 2 of these. I wish I had one more of these. This is one of my more favorite cards. He's so great. Interesting art. Tekano Samurai General, 5 and a white. I'm not sure what this orange square is, but it looks like it's on the ceiling, and it looks like the perspective is you're laying on the ground and he's about to swing his sword at you and finish you off. Any last words? Speak them now. Legendary creature, human samurai. It's a 3/3 with Bushido 2. Whenever it becomes blocked or blocked, it gets a 5/5, which is very cool. And each other samurai you control gets +1/+1 for each point of Bushido it has. So this doesn't act on itself, but for a card like this, it's very awesome. If this and this is out at the same time, this would actually be a 6/6 with Bushido 2, and that is very powerful. This card is very powerful for Samurai deck for sure. Gotta love it. And then the next card is actually one of my favorite cards. This one I actually pulled when I was a kid. You can tell because it's kind of worn up. And this was my favorite creature card to play. My favorite artwork card was the Sliver Crypt. Or Crypt Sliver. Yeah, that's it. And this is Kondo, Lord of Igajo. 5 and 2 white. Legendary creature, human samurai. It has vigilance. Attacking doesn't cause him to tap. I love vigilance. That's just one of my preferences. So you get a tap and block with him in the same time if you want. And it has Bushido 5, which is a crazy amount of Bushido. So he'd become an 8/8 if he's blocked. And Kondo, Lord of Igajo, is indestructible. So this guy is a bad mofo. And look at that. He just looks so wise, so nimble, and he doesn't even need a sword. He's just got like a baton, and they'll still whoop you silly. And with the card like this out, that gives each samurai control +1/+1 for each Bushido point, he would become an 8/8 with Bushido 5, who's indestructible and has vigilance, and that's just amazing. So those are the creatures I have, and now on to the artifacts, instants, enchantments, sorceries, and whatnot. The first one is No Daichi, 2 generic. Of course, it's got to be a sword for my samurai. Beautiful art, nice sky. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+0 and has first strike, and equip cost is 3. Attached to target creature you control, equipped only as a sorcery. So give him some strength and give him the first strike and hopefully get in the kill. Very cool. The next card I got is a Banshee's Blade. 2 generic. It's a very interesting picture. It's a sword with a mouth. It looks like it's sucking in air or something. Gotta be careful when you handle this. I assume if you lift it up on your pointer finger just a little bit too high, it might munch it off. Very cool. But it is an artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each charge counter on Banshee's Blade. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a put charge counter on this card, and its equip cost is 2. Attached to target creature you control, equipped only as a sorcery. This card comes into play unattached and stays in play if the creature leaves play. Just tells you generically how equipment works. So when you put this on a creature at first, it doesn't give him anything, but if you attack with the creature, then you get to put a counter on it, and then it becomes it gets a +1/+1. If you attack again, it gets another +1/+1, and again and again and again and again and again, and it can actually build up quite nicely, and it's just a great card. And another sword that I'm sure any samurai would be happy to hold. The next card I got, I was actually thinking maybe adding another one, is Seal of Cleansing, 1 and a white enchantment. Sacrifice Seal of Cleansing, destroy target artifact or enchantment. So this is a way to get rid of artifacts or enchantments, but I believe this is one of my only cards that does that, and I might want to add in another one. But still, you can place this out there as an enchantment just to let them know that don't play anything like an artifact or enchantment, or I'll just get rid of it. Or if you play it out there, they also have a chance to get rid of yours, which would be sad. Or you could just play it and just sacrifice it right away and get rid of their artifact or enchantment. This I have is just kind of like a backup card. Akrama's Vengeance, 4 and 2 white. Beautiful art, angel. Looks like she's just coming down, raining destruction on everything. You see bits of debris flying, people screaming. Man, this art is very good. That face looks very real. It's a sorcery. Destroy all artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. Wish it killed planeswalkers too, but this is back in the day before planeswalkers were even a thing. And yeah, just in case I need a board wipe, I have the option. And if I don't, I also have cycling for 3, and that is pay 3, discard this card from your hand, and draw a card. So if I know I don't want to wipe the board, I can always cycle it and hope for a better card. I also have a Ghostly Prison. I actually pulled this one also when I was a kid. You can tell it has some lovely use. It is a 2 and a white enchantment. Creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 for each creature attacking you. This cost is paid as attackers are declared. This is a great card, and I even knew that when I was a kid, and I love the art. It's like the prison just vanishes in the air, and you have no idea that anyone's even in there. Poor man. But this is great. It makes them not want to cast spells on their turn, so they have mana open to attack, or if they forget and they try to attack, you'd be like, nope, nope, nope. You need to pay 2 for each creature, and honestly, it can save your butt. Great card. I wish I had one more, but 1 is perfectly fine. I have 2, Call to Glory, a 1 and a white. Looks like the samurais are charging in for battle. Very fast, very cool. It's an instant, untap all creatures you control, and samurai you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. So if all your creatures are tapped and the other person decides to attack, play this, untap them, they get all +1/+1, and hopefully you can kill them and stop the damage. Or if you're attacking, you can just give them +1/+1. Very cool. So I have 2 of those. And then on to the cards. I usually don't like having play sets of cards in my deck because I like variety, but I couldn't help it with the shrines. I always loved shrines when I was little, and these are great. This shrine is Hondern of Infinite Rage, 2 and a red. Very interesting shrine. Does look quite angry, and it's holding like swords. This one broke off, it looks like lightning in the background, and it's over a pool of water. Beautiful art. Legendary enchantment shrine, and it has at the beginning of your upkeep, Hondern of Infinite Range deals damage to target creature or player equal to the number of shrines you control. So if I put this out at the beginning of my next upkeep, it deals 1 damage to target creature. And then if I put another shrine out, it would do 2 damage to a creature, and then this one would also do 2 damage to a creature. And if I put this one out, they'd all do 3 damage to something. So they do stack and have quite nice abilities. Got to love the shrines. And the last ones I have is 4 other shrines. Beautiful art as well. It is Hondern of Cleansing Fire, 3 and a white. Looks like a statue that is quite rugged. Some parts are chipping. Looks like some of the walls are breaking, but it's lovely. And this is a legendary enchantment shrine. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain 2 life for each shrine you control. Put this out, beginning of my upkeep, I'll gain 2 life. If I put this one out too, at the beginning of my upkeep, I'll gain 4 life, and then I'll also do 2 damage to target creature or player. Then if I put this out, I would gain 6 life from both of those, and then I would do 3 damage to target creature player. So I love how the shrines stack on each other, and honestly, I've won quite a few games with no creatures out and just my shrines helping me save the day. Well, alright, that was my samurai deck. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have any suggestions to make it better, I would love to hear. I hope you have yourself a wonderful day, and thanks for watching.